What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Behind the Booth. Today we have a very special guest. Been trying to get him in here for almost 2 years. He goes by the name of Cory Giles. Welcome, my brother.
What's up, man?
Yo, thank you for being behind the booth, baby. We appreciate that.
Anytime. You already know this is the rap city for DJs.
Facto.
You got to come here.
Facto.
And next time I just got to bring a chopped cheese. You feel me?
Yo,
So you're
facts.
fish, you know?
Yo, and if you guys didn't see, right up here, we did a sexy drill mix.
Yes.
We did EDM mix.
EDM.
Yeah, so that was definitely a lot of fun. If you guys like this interview, definitely make sure you check that out.
Check it out. My work was a little off. I was a little rust, but you know.
He's valid in the city.
I could always do better.
Yo, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate that. Cory Giles, welcome. Thank you so much, my man.
Thank you for having me.
Yo, so you've been DJing for 7 years?
Yeah.
Take me to the beginning. What got you into DJing?
I always wanted to DJ. My dad was a DJ. When
nice.
I first saw turntables, he was on turntables, so I really wanted to DJ. But as life goes on, life happens. Life gets the life in.
Yeah.
So I was never able to really focus on it. And by the time I got into college, I was throwing parties, and I met this DJ, and he kind of helped me out in the party scene. And one of my boys was like, "Yo, I'll be the DJ out of the crew for us." So it's like, I'm not gonna have multiple DJs, so I let my man go ahead and be the DJ. And I got into a car accident a couple years later, and I was just like, yo, let me just follow my dream. That's what I want to do, so let me just go on and do it. And from there, we here.
Wow. So that car accident changed your life?
Yeah, as far as my career trajectory, where I wanted to go, it just gave me the heart to be like, I always wanted to DJ, like, yo, just do it. Like, forget it. Like, you're not getting any younger. Like, just get to it.
I love that.
I just got to it.
I love that. Do you remember what your first piece of gear was?
Yes, it was an SB. I'm sorry, I didn't grow up DJing.
Nah, bro, you valid.
You feel me?
Like, you valid, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Which I did learn from scratch. So I kind of honestly learned on turntables from being at Scratch. But like when I got
Scratch
home,
Academy?
I went to practice, Scratch DJ Academy.
Word.
I went there. So when I wanted to like practice at home, turntables is mad money. Them SBs was like $250.
Yeah.
So I was just like, you know what? I want to practice. I got the SB or whatever. But whenever I was in Scratch, and I go to Scratch every day, there's like days where he's like, yo, bro, you got to leave.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So from learning how to DJ from your dad, you got some equipment. And then did you start doing private events first, or did you start doing like nightlife first, or?
I was at Hot 97 when I started DJing. I was working there.
So let's back up. So so for anybody who's listening or who's watching, how did you get started into Hot 97?
Funny story, unemployment. I was unemployed from the label. I was working at Universal Music, so Def Jam and labels and stuff like that. And I was unemployed, so when you get unemployment in New York, you have to go check in every now and then, so you make sure you're looking for a job. One day I went, and it was just like, I didn't even know if I wanted to like stay in the entertainment business at that point, and I just was like, yo, I just want to go, show up, and they just keep my money coming. And I had a wild attitude. And the lady was like, you don't know, this could change your life. And I said, all you're gonna do is send me emails to work in retail, the Gap or whatever. But I'm like, all right, cool story, whatever. Literally the next day I got an email. Hot 97 is hiring. I'm like, Hot 97 is hiring? And I was just like, yo, I'm like, do I really wanna do like this entertainment? Do I wanna work in entertainment again? So I was kind of like at that crossroads, but I was just like, yeah, let's do it. We here.
So what did you do while your time at Hot 97 at the station?
Hot 97, I started in promotions, admin stuff, street team stuff, events, all of that. Helping setting up the concerts, running artists at some concerts like Summer Jam. So I did stuff like that. Eventually went over to programming, did the boards for them, WBLS, WLIB, that was there at the time. So I was, doing programming, but my initial thing was I wanted to get into marketing, but Hot 97 did not have a traditional marketing department. So, it was kind of rough. And then when I started DJing, I didn't tell people I worked at Hot 97. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be that type of DJ, or I didn't want to be the person to be like, you book me or deal with me because of Hot 97. And a lot of dudes get bookings because they're at Hot 97, which is cool, it's fine. Everybody got to eat, but the moment that line is cut from you, there are some people that just never really recover and are able to have a successful career outside of Hot 97 because of the affiliation with the logo. So I kind of already knew I didn't want my affiliation to be tied to Hot 97. So that's kind of like why I was like really quiet with it when I was DJing, and then I wasn't really in the clubs. I did a lot of Scratch. Events hired me, you know, while I was a student at Scratch. So I was doing a lot of retail stuff. I was doing a lot of T-Mobiles. I was doing Samsung. So I was doing those type of things and then just making, you know, mixes on the side. But Hot had me do stuff. Like if Hot had an event, I would DJ the event or whatever. I got to do All Mix Weekend at Hot, you know what I'm saying? Nice. Shout out to DJ Enough.
Nice.
But yeah, like that was it.
Wow. From being on radio, and then from after you worked there, where did you segue after that?
So like I already knew Hot 97 wasn't the end all be all for me. So I was trying to, even before I started DJing, I tried to get on Dash Radio. I was trying like literally maybe since like 2014, and shout out to my friend, manager of The Plug, linked me with Clinton Sparks through her friend Q, and me and Clinton got tight, and me and Clinton were building, you know, the whole time. Clinton started a channel on Dash, and he invited me aboard. So I got with Dash literally maybe a year after I was DJing. So I'm gonna say 2018, I think my official start was January 20th, 2019, wow. I'd say. So I'm kind of like coming at like 5 years there. But on radio there, I was on the hip hop side, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so you've had your channel, so you've been doing like the mixes that you do on Fridays, you've had that slot for since?
No, I haven't. When Clinton Sparks put me on, I have a show that I do with my good friend Hala Maroc.
Shout out, what's up?
That's my adopted sister. You know, we're like brother and sister of radio. We've been doing the corner for about 5 years. It's gonna be 5 years. We've done the corner, and that was our show. Okay. So it's kind of like the 106 and Park of radio, you feel me? And we did that, and then the show ended up getting discontinued because the channel got discontinued. So we were literally on for 6 months. When that was over, we took the show over to Station Head, and a couple months maybe a year while I was in Station Head, no, a couple months, DJ Ecto One brought me back to Dash. He was like, hey, yo, actually I hit him up. I was like, hey, you have any slots? Like, bro, like, I don't like the situation I'm in. Like, if you want me to DJ at 2 a.m., I'll DJ at 2 a.m. I don't care, like, just put me on. He put me on. The name of the mix show was inspired by Joe Buttons. It was called I'll Name This Mix Show Later. It was on for about maybe like 5 months, and then mix show stopped on the channel completely on the platform.
Wow.
So
they weren't doing any mix shows?
No mix shows at all.
Interesting. Me
and Hala were on another channel on the platform anyway. So our show, we ended up leaving Station Head and we got back with Dash, but we were on Taste Radio. We stayed with Taste Radio the whole time. And then last summer, Ecto was like, yo, you want to come back? I'm like, hell yeah, I want to come back. Like, yeah, like, let me, do my mix show. And then that's when you see In the New York Minute.
Wow. And In the New York Minute is what you're currently doing right now. Friday?
Every Friday on Hip Hop X, sponsored by My Primo. Shameless plug. Shout out to Cody.
Love that.
But yeah, that's definitely my mix show. That's my baby. I love it. Kind of neglecting it a little bit right now because of the other stuff that I got going on with Litt, which is formerly Dash.
So Litt, can you talk about what you're doing at Litt now, or is that still behind the scenes?
No. I can still talk about it. So Dash got sold sometime last year and became Litt Live. The word went out February of last year, 2024. It became Litt Live. The Skis reached out. It was like, hey, do you mind like helping behind the scenes with little stuff? You've been with the brand for a minute. You're passionate. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, all right, I'm with it. So, hold on. Let me just call real quick. Keep it this way.
It's all good. All good.
But yeah. So I went behind the scenes, like, and helped with like the. I'm trying to think of the right word, like the transition.
Okay.
of, you know, getting things going, you know, letting people know like, hey, we're no longer Dash, we're Litt Live now. A couple months, I was like, hey, I kind of had experience over at Station Head. I ran the whole channel with Holla, so I kind of had like PD experience, but no like real grounded PD experience, but I kind of had a little bit of it. Said I could help on the programming side too. They brought me in after a couple months, ended up giving me a channel, which I'm training to run now, The City. I was a part of the, you know, the whole rebrand, the idea to change the logo, hired all the talent, all of the DJs, helped coordinate the shows, the schedule, you know, our marketing, our social media. So I've basically been taking that step back, training to be a PD, kind of at an APD role right now, just learning how to operate and use stuff like Music Master and how many spins. So it's like a step back. So this year I really didn't get to focus and do as much DJing as I would normally do, because DJing is the main focus. It's always going to be one. But doing this, it's a great experience. It's fun. I'm helping grow a brand, which a lot of people like. It's cool. You could jump into a conglomerate like a Power 105, and you could be a part of that, and you could have your own footprint and blueprint in it, and that's great. But let's really look at it for what it is. Power 105 is Power 105, Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy, Angela Yee. They did that. They like, so even if you're there, their story for what they did is the stamp. So being at Litt, like this Litt era, like I have an opportunity to have a stamp versus still being at Hot 97 is still Hot 97 is gonna be Hot 97.
Whether they're really, or not,
there's anything I contribute, regardless, it would have to be beyond astronomical to be realized as that. But having this situation, it's like in the history books, people could, God willing, look back in 15 years and be like, yo, he was with Litt from like day one, all that. So that's more intriguing to me than just riding a logo, you feel me?
What would you say is the difference between online radio and traditional radio?
So a lot of people, it's tough because online radio, digital radio, respectfully, a lot of people can do it. It's easy to do. It's easy to get into. Anybody could sit up here and say, hey, I have my radio station 99.6fm.org or whatever. Like, it's so many people get to it. And a lot of these people are not media based. They cannot report, or they cannot, I'm trying to remember the other word. It's report and...
Journalism?
No. Well, reporting is the spins from records.
Okay.
And they go towards counting, towards artists getting plaques and certain stuff. So it's reporting and it's monitoring. So some of these websites online don't have the capability to do either. So they're not really looked at as, oh, okay, this is important. So when it comes to digital radio and platforms, you have to offer that for like labels or anything to kind of really be interested in you. Sirius Satellite is media based, and Sirius Satellite has been around for a long time, and they definitely helped change the digital game. There's a lot of people too, making the app is easy. So a lot of these people have apps or whatever the case is, but when it comes to Litt, we have a totally, I think honestly, we have the best app than anybody else. You know, we have a shake to win feature, you know, shameless plug, like you can shake your phone when you do contests to win. You could literally make favorites of your songs and keep it as a list, your favorite channels and all that type of stuff. So, and there's gonna be more improvements as, you know, time goes on.
I love that. So you would say it's harder, well, it's harder to break into traditional radio, you know, because you have to go through a lot of management than to doing this. But even like you said, like even with Litt, you know, that's still a business. So it's just like, you know, even just being able to get the call to come back or to start winning with Dash, you know, that's still a big deal.
But it's a lot of internet and radio stations. So in that end, it's getting the labels and businesses to take you serious. That's the tough part versus going the traditional route, dealing with management, favoritism, nepotism, and all that type. So either it's pick your battle.
Okay.
You're gonna have a battle either way. You just got to pick the one that you feel you're more equipped for.
What advice would you give someone that's attempting to break into the radio business, whether if it's online or if it's traditional?
All right, I'm gonna give it to you two ways. If you are going to break into traditional, just be prepared to like literally wait it out. Like there's a lot of stuff that you are actually going to have to deal with in it. Hold on, bro. Everybody's calling. It's not crazy. But so I'm gonna give it to you two ways: traditional and digital. So when you do stuff in the traditional, you actually have to think of it as a line. There's gonna be people who were there for you for a long time, who've been waiting for their shot, and there's people who have been sitting in seats, and this income is their regular income. This is how they feel. They've been doing it for years, and it's easy. So maybe they don't have to put in as much work as they did 2 years ago. So why would I give up my job to somebody young just because they're hungry when I don't have to work as hard and I can still get to? So you got to deal with that. You got to deal with the line of the people that's waiting. Then you could deal with anything. Like nepotism could happen. Somebody could put a niece or a nephew on real quick, and they may not have the same love as you. Like I've seen this stuff happen. Wow. It's like, it's a kind of wait your turn game and have faith. Okay. That's what you're playing. Now, when you get into the digital world of it, you're gonna have to make the people want to take you and whatever brand you're building or part of serious. That's the fight that you're gonna have, honestly. So you could go on, like I said, you could create 99 point something FM online. Now you gotta build these relationships with the labels, you feel me? So you have to get them to take you serious. So those are either the two roads you have to like prepare to go.
Would you say having the labels will be a part of it? Is that what can help your station go further? Like for example, say if you're just running an online station, but you're not connected with any labels, you're just playing music, you know, is the ultimate way, like if you want to get paid or something like that, dealing with the labels, that's how you can, or you could build authenticity is?
I mean, you can get sponsorships or whatever just by like doing your numbers or whatever and making the money. Like you can get that, but let's be for real, we're in an age where clickbait and celebrities sell. So if you can't get an interview from a Cardi B on your platform and you're just playing the music, you know what I'm saying, or showing you DJing playing, it may not get that many streams. You feel me? No matter how much dollars you in it, at the end of the day, it's a business. People want to see celebrity, but if you have that relationship with the label and the label sees you're consistent and you maybe put on like 10 of their upcoming artists, and one of those artists blows up, then Cardi's gonna spin the block and be like, this is hot, let me do it, and then the next label, and then after that, and then after that. So you have to build up a certain way to build the longevity of it. Like it's literally not easy. Like from the other side, like now being on the other side, I've seen both sides of the spectrum. I've seen where people in management can get kind of like upset with talent and just how anything, you know, may not go a certain way, in the same way how talent can move. So it's cool. It's just quite the puzzle, but overall, in the long run, you have to have a great team. You have to be strong yourself and have a good support system. And that's just on the business side of it. But as a DJ, if you're getting in just a DJ, just lock in. Just continue to do what you do, practice, build your brand out, you know, outside of it. And whatever slot you have, wherever they put you, make it work. Make it work the best for you. So that way it's like, okay, I could do something with this. Maybe you make your slot so bubbling that people want to put money into your slot and want to be like, yo, I want my ads to run during his show. You know, that's like the whole thing that you got to do, because radio is tough. And it's not a lot of me. Like I said, I love DJing. It's just the mix show is my thing. I have my show that I do with Holla, but we don't have mix shows anymore, really. I mean, until mine, respectfully, not saying anything crazy, that people used to love to hear flex. Like, bro, we're running the flex. We're running the case, like mixtape Mondays from DJ Clue. It's like we run into that. And when we had quarantine, D Nice was that guy, but it was in a digital format now that people aren't turning to the radio. you could go on Twitch and see mix shows, you know, which help expand it and kind of bring the importance of a DJ back. But let's go to the basics. Like, it's still radio. You can't drive in your car. You cannot get reception underground, but when you turn on radio, when you're in your car, you're able to listen to it. You're able to stream. So sometimes it's not the excitement anymore when you listen to certain people on radio, because the gig has just become a paycheck. You feel me? Like, it's a paycheck. It's a consistent paycheck. I'm not knocking anybody for it. That's how I feel. But I feel like when I'm on, and yeah, I may be the least experienced out of a lot of these guys, but I have the heart. I have the dog in me. I come every week on my show. I don't take a week off. I may take 1 week because it's a repeat of a special show I do.
Yeah.
But otherwise than that, I'm on every week. I'm doing what I got to do, and it doesn't sound the same. You cannot, and you could attest because you listen to me.
Oh yeah.
You can't listen to 1, 2, or 3 shows and be like, all these shows sound similar or exactly the same, or he played these same songs just like this way.
One thing I love about your show is that you always keep it creative, and you'll play like the sample first, and then like, I'm gonna take you somewhere, and I'm like, oh wow, I didn't even know that, like even in our mix that we did. So I was like, so I always appreciate that. I wanted to ask you, do you like DJing nightlife more, radio, or private events? Like, if you like, what do you enjoy the most?
Man, honestly, it's so many things. It's something I like about each of them, but for me, I'm gonna say, and this is I like concerts. I'm gonna tell you why I like concerts, because concerts gives me a chance to like really interact more and put on more of a show, like be an opening act, versus in certain clubs, it's like you're just a DJ. But I like clubs because sometimes I came from seeing a lot of DJs who are competitive. Self, Will, Legend, Magic. Like, I've seen DJs go at it. So in that element, it brings the competition out of you. So, and I deal with a lot of misconceptions because as a DJ, I didn't go straight to the club. I didn't learn traditional. So there's always a lot of misconceptions I got to deal with. So the one I enjoy the most is the one where I get to prove people like, I'm not what you thought it is. You feel me?
I love that. And it's funny that you bring that up, because I didn't know you played EDM music. I didn't know. So, and that makes sense, because you're talking about your concert bag. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. So, and you're really open format DJ. Like, we just did a sexy drill, and we did EDM.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, now where would you say you could see yourself? Like, what's the trajectory for Cory Giles?
Yo, my trajectory has really changed a lot since doing this stuff for Litt Live. Like, that wasn't really wasn't on my to-do list to do, but I definitely want to help Litt Live reach another level, get it in the history books, and then from me, spin the block on DJing. And I just want to be known for definitely having one of the best mix shows of the modern era. That's one, and a DJ that's versatile. I want to DJ for as long as I can. Do I see myself DJing in clubs or whatever? Like, nah, but there's definitely different things you can do. There's so many DJs that we're watching in real time. If you especially look at hip-hop's only 50 years old. So if you look at maybe DJing, you want to say DJing is like maybe 47, 48 years old. We're watching a lot of these older DJs for the first time transcend. Like the Kid Capri's, the SNS's, the Funk Flex. We're watching like, okay, I could probably DJ at 60.
Yeah.
I could DJ at 65. I could make it. So we're watching this in real time.
In real time, yeah. Hey man, and lastly, plug yourself. Where can the people find you? Where can people find your mix show?
Well, I'm Cory Giles, member of the world famous Shadyville DJs.
Easy.
Coldest, aka Big Bobby, not the little one. You can catch me each and every Friday on Hip Hop X, powered by my Primo on the Litt Live app. It's completely free, no commercials. Download the app, go to the Hip Hop X channel. I'm on each and every Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. Pacific for all my people out west. And then after you tune into me and you listen to me and you vibe, you could go to the City channel on the Litt Live app. I'm the APD for that. We have so many amazing shows. The night show from Crystal the DJ. We have Turn Me Up Nyla. We got the Weekend Report with Eric V. And then we also have some great mix shows too. On the Rocks with Mickey Rocks. Hip Hop Mike. The Takeover Show. DJ Heat. So it's definitely a lot of great programming on in the city. Check it out. It's not your average radio station. The vibe is different.
And your social?
My social is at Cory Giles _.
Nice.
All right, you can find me on all social media platforms there. And yeah, that's it, man. Shout out to my bro JR. He got me here. So,
well,
we outside.
You already know what it is. Cory Giles, be back in the building, behind the booth. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate that, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yo,
I know the vibes.
Back outside.
Jeez. Facts.